They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Oliver. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He dumps it off for Henry. And right away, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Boyle here. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Derrick Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. This one into the hands of Burton. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Man open, here's Jones. Touchdown. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that'll set them back 5. To throw is Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short. Game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. You may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. The carry here for the big tight end. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Firkser, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will shrink to 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in his 1st half. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. He'll dump this underneath for Evans. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On 1st down, Tannehill. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Firkser. Room here to run. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
2nd down and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 8. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Tannehill on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 26. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now it's Tannehill. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Firkser, the tight end. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Caleb Farley there on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's a give to Dobbins. And some space here.
Well, you know what they say about the best laid plans, partner. I mean, this one was totally thrown. They played for the pass. The idea was if you want to run it, that's fine. We'll rally up and make the tackle. Except they didn't get it done.
Yeah, 3rd and long and a big run there. How about that? And the timing a bit enough that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. From his goal line here, Tannehill. And intercepted. Maybe the turn. And he lost the football. Julio Jones all alone. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jayon Brown came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. they're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Flush to his right. This will be caught by Brown. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning, because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Play action, it's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Tannehill gets this to Firkser, the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 10. And he's got room. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big gain there on third and long.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Titans have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Flushed out right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Dobbins running out of the gun. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins.
A big pickup there on the run.
He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they are definitely back on their heels after.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him from going all the way.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Well, Charles, it's